You are watching noglocal.com.
So for dinner, I'm gonna have some salmon and dumplings. Now, with salmon, I'm not sure how you make the salmon, but I like to just cook them lightly and add a little tomatoes and some vegetables as it finishes. So now I got the salmon in the oil as they're boiling down, and I got my water. I boil the water first, then I add my dumplings. My dumplings are made from dough. First I knead my dough, then I make a little ball. I think they make this in many countries, but here we go, and drop it in the boiling water, and I continue until my dough finishes. Of course, I add a little salt to the dough. That's about it, and I boil it for about a good hour or so before they finish. Now, before my dumpling is finished and before my salmon is finished, I'm gonna have some vegetables as well, and I will make a big one. Well, a little bigger. I like the salmon to brown a little bit as I make it. After it browns a little bit, then I begin to add the vegetables, tomatoes really. So what I do is I put it on one side, turn it over, let it fry or burn a little bit, then turn it over, let it brown on the other side a little bit, then I add my tomatoes, let it simmer, and it's good to go. Salmon with my proteins, dumplings with my starch. Got some tomatoes for the salmon, onion for a little seasoning, and of course salad. First we'll prepare the tomatoes. We'll take what we'll be using. Say about this much. We'll wash it, cut them up, and get them ready for the salmon. I like to add a little onion for some flavor. Now, add a little to my salmon, and can't forget the salt. So now I'll cut the tomatoes. Okay, now our tomatoes are ready to go. When our salmon is brown, then I add my tomatoes, let it simmer, and I'll be ready to go. Let's check on our dumpling. Salmon is browning, my dumpling is making. It's time to make a little vegetable. And about this much, like a little dressing. Our salad is almost ready. Okay, so now we're getting a little browning effect that I like. So we got a little browning going on. Good, good. I'm gonna turn it over so the other side can get some browning. Light little tan color. There we go. And leave it for a little while to get some browning. While it happens, then I'll prepare my salad, my dressing. Now I think our salad is ready. edible. Let's check our salmon, see how it's doing. Wow. Okay, now I think it's brown on both sides. Take a look. See? Nice and brown. That's the way I like it. Now, I'll add the tomatoes to kind of finish up. And I'll add a little salt on the tomatoes. While it cooks, I'll enjoy my salad. The tomatoes are beginning to blend in. I'll mix them in a bit and turn my salmon again. I want to make sure the tomato flavor gets into the salmon. After you take a look, as it simmers, the tomato will blend right in. I'm going to get some gravy for my dumplings. Right. So we'll turn them again, let it simmer, and leave it for a good 10 minutes or so. Now I'll begin to clean up a bit and wait for things to finish. Now we'll check in on our salmon. I think it's almost ready. Take a look. As you can see, the tomato is simmering in with the salmon, and now we have some gravy there. Salmon is nice and brown. You don't want to overcook the salmon. So I think we're about ready. I'll turn them around. And our dumpling, of course, they're about finished. So everything's off, and now it's time to eat. I have to get some gravy for my dumplings. Then one, two, I like three. So, fresh. Got me 3 dumplings. That out of the way. More salmon. A little more gravy in my dumplings. And voila, there you have it. Dinner, salmon and dumpling. So, well, unfortunately you can't have any of this salmon and dumpling, but maybe next time. You're watching the Kelly's Health and Fitness Show. Thanks for joining.